Now, tomorrow we'll see the start of the world's most famous cycling competition, the Tour de France, which will set off here in the UK.
Yes, we've always been passionate about cycling in this country, and now the British Film Institute has unveiled a huge collection of films from the past century, which celebrates the sport and shows how it's evolved since those early days. Lauren Hall reports.
The early days of pedal power. This footage is from a public information film from the 1950s and shows cyclists on a ride through Warwickshire, Leicestershire and a few other counties. It offers a valuable insight into the history of cycling and how it evolved here in the West Midlands. The footage has come from the archives here at the British Film Institute and from across the country. It's part of a special collection which has just been released, celebrating the history of cycling. There are 75 films altogether, dating from the late 19th century right up to the present day. It's been a major project and took many months to put together.
Well, of course we think of cycling as a very modern sport, but cycling has a history right back into the Victorian age. And we've been really delving into our collections, finding rare and unusual cycling films right back to the early days.
This is some of the earliest footage, dating back to the Victorian era. They wore hats instead of helmets, and there was no lycra, just long skirts. It can't have been easy. It wasn't long before cycling really took off. This is the first competitive cycling race captured on film and dates back to the turn of the last century. Soon the race was on to create better bikes, which have continued to evolve over the years.
Several of the films in the collection really kind of explore this evolution of the bike as a piece of engineering, if you like. So we have the earliest bone shakers and penny farthings, right up to the modern precision, engineered machines that we're used to today.
As more people took up cycling, it was important to establish some rules, especially out on the road. This public information film offers some useful advice. Here's a look at what not to do when you're out on your bike. A lot has changed since then, but there is one thing that's remained exactly the same, and that's our national obsession with cycling. Lauren Hall, ITV News.
And Midlands fashion designer and self-confessed cycling fan Paul Smith has helped add a touch of flair to the tour when it comes to Yorkshire. Well, to find out how he's been helping, log on to our website. The address, the same as ever, itv.com/central.
A pub in Birmingham has a new attraction as its beer garden has become home to 20 ducklings. 2 mallards decided to nest at the beer garden at the Black Horse in Northfield, with one producing 9 ducklings and the other 11.
Well, the manager says he's taken the ducklings under his wing and has bought them 2 paddling pools so they can have a swim. They've become a big hit with regulars, with some, according to them, making extra trips to the pub just to check on how the ducklings are doing.
Really shocked, because we've never had anything like it before, and since we've had them, they've become the centre of attention for everyone. Everyone loves them. Customers have been donating food. There's currently a duck fund, people donating money. I do love them. They are like my little babies.
Lots of people are coming in and taking pictures, and it's really lovely, really nice.
I think it kind of adds to the ambience, seeing them and how cute they are.
I've come to get a beer, but next minute there's like an animal factory going out in the garden, but I'm happy if they're happy.
He did actually text me and say loads of birds at the Black Horse. I was like, huh? I didn't realise he meant them.
That's not a great excuse, is it? I'm just going to pop back to the pub just to check on the progress of the ducks, make sure they're fine, may stop for a quick one.
And I might have a swift half while I'm there.
And then I'll be back.
Yeah.
No one's believing that, are they?
Why not?
Yes, absolutely. Right, let's get a check and find out whether it's pub beer garden weather this weekend. With all the details of the forecast, here's Janelle Aldred.
What's in store for today? ITV Local Weather, sponsored by CenterParcs.
Hello, if you're wondering why it's been raining, that's because Wireless Festival's on this weekend. No, actually, that's not the real reason why it's raining. Why it's raining is we have these weather fronts that are pushing their way eastwards across the country, bringing showers, outbreaks of rain, and it's been a very cloudy day too, but they should push through by Saturday afternoon. But for tonight, well, we're expecting the rain that we've been seeing today to begin clearing its way eastwards as those fronts push through. So we should see some drier spells by tomorrow morning. We're looking at highs of 16 by the middle of the morning, and we're still seeing some of those showers, but the dry patches and the brighter patches beginning to creep in. By the time we get into tomorrow afternoon, we're expecting to see much more brightness, highs of 19 Celsius. We are expecting that it should be a drier end to the day than the morning. Over the weekend, the rest of it, Sunday, we're seeing some sunshine and some more showers. On Monday and Tuesday, again, they're unsettled days, and that's why we're looking at a story of sunshine and showers once again. If you are off to wireless, I suggest you take your brollies and some wellies too. Your pollen's coming up next.
ITV Local Weather, sponsored by CenterParcs.
The Pollen Count, sponsored by Checkatrade.com.
Checkatrade.com.
We had very high pollen yesterday. Today, as the weather's become more unsettled, it's gone too high. And as tomorrow we get more in the way of showers and some sunshine too, it's dropping down to moderate.
Well, just before we go, it looks like we've got some breaking news to bring you, and we're hearing reports that a Jet 2 plane that left East Midlands Airport heading to Heraklion in Crete has declared an emergency and is now heading back to the airport. Now, we're getting reports that it is burning fuel, and it's currently at 19,000 feet.
Well, this is a developing situation, but Leicestershire Police say they are unable to comment at the moment. We've been in touch with them. The fire services at East Midlands Airport, but are unable to comment any further at this stage either. But just to confirm to you that we are in touch with the airport. As soon as we hear from them, we will, of course, let you know what the latest situation on that is.
As always, as we get the details, we'll put them on our website. You'll certainly hear more in our late bulletin tonight. So the address for our website, itv.com/central.
Now that is it from us for tonight. The national and international news follows us, of course. Stay with us for that. From the team, though, for now, it's goodbye.
Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.